back to this special episode of BTV. I'm your anchor, Alexis Barker, and we're here at the State Fair. Live rocket science, explosions, and more. Here at Dr. Goddard's lab in the Education Center, Dan Wynn blasts off to give us the scoop.
The oxygen has a bluish tint to it. That's how we tell the difference when we forget to label our stuff.
Mark Hunter, who spent 37 years as a summer camp director at the Cosmosphere, grew up loving the space program with his dad working on the Titan II rocket.
I love the space program in general. My father was actually one of the people that worked with the Minuteman and Titan II rockets. He taught the first class of officers for the Titans.
Dr. Goddard's lab demonstrates the force and propulsion used to launch rockets with an interacting twist.
Well, the thing that makes this one special is we get to blow things up. I don't think you will find any place that has a hotter exhibit with, exploding gunpowder.
With one goal in mind, the Cosmosphere strives to educate our youth and go beyond to the stars through difficulties.
Basically, it's the whole reason that we're here is to teach the kids. One of the primary missions of the Cosmosphere is education, because unless we educate our youth and get them excited about things like what Dr. Goddard was excited about. He was one of the few, everyone called him a crazy moon man, this lunatic, because he had a fascination with rockets. But without that, we wouldn't have been able to make it to the moon. We have to get our current kids excited about not only reaching the moon, but going beyond. And the Cosmosphere, that's one of our main focuses, is trying to go through and get education going with today's kids.
Come visit Dr. Goddard's lab here at the Education Center. For BTV, I'm Dan Wynn.
Thanks, Dan. That lab is out of this world. You know what's really out of this world? All of these animals. There must be some way to keep them all fed, right? At the feed barn, reporter Jack Elliott tells us about the emergency food supply.
Animals are a big part of the state fair and are always in need of food.
Between like 3 or 4 pounds a day.
They usually try to feed at least 2% of their body weight per day.
Hungry, they can stand up and just eat what's in their bowl in front of them, and we replace it every morning and every night.
Thanks to a special place called the feed barn, all these people can get food for their animals.
People bring their own, but there's always a few people that need some extra feed, so I imagine we probably furnish 10% of the feed that's used here or something like that.
Good quality food is a big part of making baby animals big and strong.
Important to keep the mom well fed so that she has all the nutrition and the antibodies to pass on through her milk to the babies, and then the babies will get the colostrum from mom, get all the antibodies, nutrients from her milk, and then keep feeding throughout the day to make them healthy and strong.
The feed barn is an important part of the state fair in making sure our fellow animals get fed. For BTV, I'm Jack Elliott.
Thanks, Jack. It's good to know that the animals will stay fed and happy this year. Speaking of all the animals at the state fair, I'm behind the petting zoo where the Hendricks pig races are being held.
All righty, place your bets, here they go.
After a 35-year-long tradition, in 2023, the pig races were not included in the state fair. Luckily, this year they have returned, resuming this fun entertainment in a new space. Thank you for joining us on this special episode of BTV. We'll see you guys next year.